Hello people, welcome back to my channel. I want to believe you are doing good. I am doing amazing to the glory of God. Today, as you can tell by the title, I will be sharing with you things I learned in my 20s. Yesterday was my 30th birthday. I am so thankful for life. I am also thankful for the opportunity and grooming that God made me go through to be prepared and ready for the future He's designed for me. My name is Gloria. I am a Nigerian based in Italy. Most of the content you'll find on this channel is me sharing some things about Italy. If not, I will be sharing things like this, personal things about my life that has helped me grow into being who I am today. Nobody owes me nothing. As one who was raised in Africa, specifically Nigeria, I saw a lot of this play out. Parents continuously nagging and complaining about one particular thing. It is so rampant in my country, and it tires me most times to see that these people have not come to the realization that they don't owe you nothing. They really do not owe you nothing. So you find families in Nigeria say things along the lines of, I helped my brother to grow his business. Now he has money, he's not even looking my way. If not for me, he wouldn't have gone to school. Now he's graduated, he's a millionaire, and he's not even trying to help me. One thing I agreed upon when I was in my 20s is that these people are not responsible for you. You were able to do for them. You decided to do for them. You chose to do for them because you can. And now, because the seed you sowed has blossomed to be something beautiful, you feel like you need to enjoy from it because you don't have as you used to. Some people with sense, some people that are sympathetic, would look at you and say, my brother, you've helped me, I am going to sow the seed in your life. While some other people would automatically make you their enemies. It depends. Regardless of what situation you find yourself, you as the one who sowed that seed should not feel entitled. And I'm saying entitled because there was no contract signed. I told my mom the other day, leave this person alone. He owes you nothing. And she was like, what do you mean he owes me nothing? Yes, you started this business for him. He's doing good right now. But before he remembers you, he remembers his mom, his dad, his wife, his children. Why did I arrange? No, let's do this again. He'll remember his wife, his children, his mom, then his dad. Then he'll remember his friends around, okay? He'll remember to buy his car. He will remember to buy a home. He might even buy fleets of cars. He might buy homes before he would remember or consider, oh my God, I have a sister somewhere who I should help because she invested in me. Some people are like this. So don't stress over spilled milk. You've already done this good. Just wait for your blessing from God and let this person move on with his or her life. As a result, in my 20s, I decided that if I am giving you this, if I am blessing you with this, I am giving you because I can. I am giving you because the Lord has placed it in my heart. I'm giving you because I love you. I'm not giving you so you can reciprocate tomorrow. I am not giving you so you feel obligated to help me tomorrow. If God says move, move. Sometimes God places things in our hearts, and for some weird reasons, we start to contemplate and calculate if we should move or not. From my experience, which I learned in my 20s, When God says move, I literally take my slippers off, dust it, and sprint because I've learned over and over that God is not a joker. When He says something, there's definitely a reason why He has said or asked you to move. And this has saved my life. This has gotten me out of numerous sticky situations. This is the reason why I am still alive. This is the reason why I am still able to be out here talking to you. If not, I would have been buried years and years ago. When God says move, move. I came to the importance of this in my 20s. I think in my early 20s. I met up with this girl in church and I was like, see, my job is not paying as well. I am in need of a side gig. Since you are a model, please, if any ushering job comes up, let me know because I would love to work and get extra coins by the side. And she was like, good. And yeah, we concluded. I went home and months later, she called me and said, there is a gig. And I'm like, cool, what are the requirements? She said, just come over and bring a certain amount of money. I, for some weird reason, did not take that as a red flag. These people are to take care of you since you are working for them, not you paying to take care of yourself. But since she said that is what is to be done, I was like, okay, let me go. I went there. I gave her the money. When I got there, she took me to the hotel where we were supposed to lodge. When I got to the hotel, there were other girls, 20 of them who came from all parts of Nigeria, and people, they were beautiful, like beautiful. And we all partied together. We had fun, we ate, then we went to our room. In the evening, the supervisor came over. He addressed us and we all went to bed. The next day by 6 a.m. because we were to leave early and the company we were to work for was a huge deal in Nigeria. So we were getting ready to meet up with the bus that was going to come pick us. By 7 a.m. the bus was not there. 8 a.m. the bus was not there. 9 a.m. the bus was nowhere to be found. So I went to the room of the girl who called me because she is the leader. And when I got there, there were other girls and I didn't just understand what was happening, but from the lamentation and all, I understood that something was wrong. I was like, where's the boss? The response I got was, they've been calling the supervisor and the supervisor is not picking his call. At this point, I was disappointed, and now more girls were entering inside the room of this girl with all of the commotion and all. Went to her and was like, what's up? I don't think I can do this anymore. I want to go home, so can I have my money? That was the point when everything came to light. She said all the money we gave to her that night or that evening, she took it and gave to the invigilator or the supervisor, and she had no money with her. People. At this moment, it felt like I was punched in the stomach. I did not say anything, and I was just hyperventilating inside of me. I could not shout like the other girls. I stayed to myself. Every other person was shouting. There were some that wanted to beat her. There were some that were cussing her out. I was just silent. And while this was going on, I asked her, what of the hotel bill? She said, the hotel bill has not been paid. The hotel bill has not been paid. At this moment, I started shaking and I heard this clear voice, leave now. Like a zombie, I went into my room, I packed my things and I started leaving. I got to the step and went back and talked to my roommate. I am leaving. She was so mad. She said, won't you fight for your money? And I told her, you know what? I know how to get this person, but I am leaving right now. She said, wait for me so we can go together. I told her, no, I will leave and tell you where to meet me. And she said, okay. I left, I got to the reception, there was nobody in the reception. I passed the reception, I got to the gate, there was nobody in the gate. That was weird. I simply unlocked the gate. I don't know how to explain it. It was not locked with a key. It was just how should I explain this? There's this kind of lock where you push in or push out that we have in Nigeria. I just pulled it out. I opened the gate. Lo and behold, there was a means of transportation waiting for me outside. I took the transportation to the nearest eatery. I sat down. I ordered for food and I started eating because food is my best friend. I needed food to help me understand what I just witnessed. Minutes later, my friend joined me. So we called someone else and 2 people came to join us. We called one person, and when she was coming, she came with another person. So within 15 minutes, I and other 3 girls were already out of that facility, and we started calling another person to leave that place. By the time this person was ready to leave, the hotel was on lockdown. They called the police and these girls were arrested. When Nigerians are handling things, like, you would feel like you are in the wrong. So these girls were treated like prostitutes because the Nigerian system is something I'm not going to go into, but yeah, because the girls were in a hotel, they were not treated with respect and they were considered to be thieves because they did not pay for the hotel facility. So these girls that waited to show their strength, that waited to show that they can talk, they can fight, ended up paying more, times 2, times 3, times 4 of what I lost. The people that I told to follow me did not even ask me why I said they should follow me. They just followed me. When God say move, you should move. At the end of this day, these girls, they paid for the hotel bill. They billed themselves from the police. They were humiliated from the police and they had to face their parents, their African parents, by the way. Don't hold on when it's time to move on. This is so important. And I learned this in my 20s. I think I wouldn't have learned this if I did not get in trouble numerously. And this brought me to the conclusion that it's not worth it. When it's time to move on, just leave. Don't try to manage the situation. Don't try to manage the person. Don't try to control the reality. Don't try to control nature. Let go when it's time to leave. See, you do not need anybody to tell you to leave. There will be no transcript. There will be no note sent to you to tell you it's time to leave. You would see it for yourself. You would feel it for yourself. And when that time comes, just take your hands off. Yeah. Don't be stubborn about it. This will save you from a lot of stress. It will save you from wasting your time. Don't be stubborn. When it's time to let go, do not hold on. Moving in silence. I did not know there was a term for this attribute when I started doing it. Moving in silence. Sounds very cool and elegant. Well, I started moving in silence because okay, we can do this. I started moving in silence in my 20s. And it's not because any situation pushed me to be like this. I noticed something in my life. I looked at my family and I saw this same thing present. Then I looked at the ethnic group, the tribe where I am from. and I saw this same thing on a large scale, and I was like, nope, no, I am not doing this with you. No, thank you. To make this make sense, I learned that I am a proud person. No, let me not say I am a proud person. I was a proud person. And when I figured this out and like put a label on what it is, I knew at that point that no, I don't want to do this. So I started taking intentional steps, one of which includes me staying away from gatherings or events where people are only there to show off. This kind of situations, this type of gathering, this kind of association, for some weird reason, has me acting or feel the need to show that I am something. And in reality, yes, I am something. In reality, I did not have a lot of things to be proud of. I was just proud, and I cannot. That was when I started making changes. I tried as much as I could not to talk too much. Try to contain myself, try to contain my excitement so I won't slip and start showing people that, say, I have this, I did this. And as you can tell, the world is not a paradise. Like, people most times are not happy for your success. If you still do not understand what I am talking about, I used to be one of those people that would drop a phone there, for example, and be like, can you please pass me my iPhone? Instead of, can you please pass me my phone? And why do you even need someone to get you the phone when you can stand up to get the phone? I want to show off. And yeah, moving in silence has helped me be mysterious, and I love it. For me, this is a testimony, because some bad habits, some attributes that comes from the foundation is very difficult to fight off. And I'm not saying I'm fully recovered or fully out of this struggle, no, but I am so aware of it, and I think for you to solve any problem, you need to identify the problem, and I have been doing that since my 20s, and I'm so thankful to God that, yeah, He's like, He gave me the wisdom to start this very early, because I can't imagine if I am that person right now. My God. Like, in my 20s, I was able to identify when helping becomes destructive. This has helped me make better decisions when it comes to my finances, when it comes to people I help, the resources I give out. Who should be having this and who should be having that? When it is time to say, no, stop giving. Because we keep giving, especially people who are blessed with the gift of giving. You keep giving, you feel good about yourself, you do not have enough for yourself, but you keep sowing seeds here and there. Something that nobody or most people do not identify is that there is a time for you to hold back. Not because you are mean, not because you are wicked, but because you want to help that person grow. Another reason why I withdraw is because I am enabling them to be what I do not want to be identified with. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but let me drive this home with a story that was shared with me by a friend. We're talking and he said, see, I met this friend. We're of the same age. This guy is working somewhere, he's learning a trade. And yeah, we met up and I was like catching up. And he told me that, see, I've been learning this for a while now. I'll be done in a month. The only problem is that I just need some money to like start up my own business. And my friend was like, what do you need? He told my friend, and my friend said, you know what? If this is one thing I would do before I die, I would make it happen for you. Months later, my friend decided to call to ask what's up, but he did not call his friend. He called the friend's sister because he knew the history of this person. He knows that this person is used to a certain kind of lifestyle. He's not a super serious or disciplined person. So he needed to be sure that he is helping for real. So he called the sister and said, what's up? Is this person still learning? Is he done learning? Because we had an agreement. And the sister said, don't even bother. He stopped learning this trade for months. It's just a coincidence that you found him in that vicinity. He's not working, he has no job, he's not learning nothing. And this was how my friend was able to keep his resources and probably invest it in someone or in somewhere that it will yield good fruit. It is so important, and I learned this in my 20s. Regardless of who you are, male or female, working is very important. Personally, I am that kind of woman that enjoys being pampered. I am that kind of woman that enjoys being taken care of, but I do not identify with not working, not trying, not pushing. And I think this stems from my childhood, where I come from, what I went through. Seeing poverty face to face, living in poverty, I just felt the need that I needed to go out there. I needed to push down walls. I needed to break barriers and make something for myself. And I started working very, very, very early. People that knows me feel like I am very, very industrious, and it's not easy. Don't get me wrong, it is not easy, but I just feel like you shouldn't be sleeping if you are not working. There's no point. You should be doing something. There must be something you are doing. It is so important for you to work. And in whatever you do, don't let the mentality of idleness or totally being dependent on someone be your watchword. That is terrible. The only year where I became stubborn and said, you know what, do not talk to me like that. I am no longer working with you. That year was the year I lost myself. I lost my voice, all of those things that made me feel invincible. It was as if they just went off. It was as if my crown was taken off me. And I know this sounds extreme, but there is this thing about having your own. There's this thing about controlling your own. And yeah, when you just sleep out of it, anyone, anything can sweep you off your feet. And this is real. And I learned this in my 20s. Friends, family, and business are not a good combination. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is so true. I have lost relationships because of money. And some are so painful because these are relationships that I truly cared about, not in a romantic way, but these relationships matter to me because I always have this friend to call, I always have this person to talk to, and because of money, we are no longer friends. There's this relationship that I've not even been able to speak with the person, I've not seen the person, that got destroyed because of money. Because at the time, I was, should I say naive? I was not bold enough to meet with this person and say, I'm sorry, this is the reason why I can't give you this money. I felt like he's going to feel disappointed, and yeah, it just happened like that. I went. What happened was he gave me some goods, he invested in me, gave me some goods to sell. Now, I was making some money, and as I sold, I'll give him his and I'll take mine. But it got to a point where I started meeting people who said, give me this. At the end of the month, when the salary is paid, I would give you the money. And I was like, yes, no problem. Now, some people gave me the money, and this encouraged me to do this kind of transaction some more. So I gave a lot of people goods and expecting that they'll pay me the next month. Little did I know that this set of people were demons, and yet they never gave me this money, which made it impossible for me to pay my friend because I did not have enough to pay him. And each time he comes around to check for me, instead of me to be bold, I don't know, I just think it's just that, yeah. Instead of me to be bold, to be like, I'm sorry, this is why it's happening, I just hide and felt like he's going to be disappointed. After coming over and over, he stopped coming and we stopped talking, and everything just turned out to be I'm the bad person. But in reality, I dealt with monsters who I thought were friends and who I thought were going to be responsible enough to give me this thing, but they didn't. At the end of the day, I'm still looking for my friend. Like, I just hope that one day I'm going to find him on social media and I will I'll give him back his body because I still have this in my diary. I know the exact amount of money I have to give him. So I just, one day to happen. Constantly being beaten and cheated has groomed me to better manage my own business. Don't come to me as a family or a friend with a YX certificate, hoping to get a managerial post. You are highly mistaken, my friend. If you are coming to me with that qualification, you will get a job that is meant for that qualification. Don't get it twisted. The same way people are filling forms is the same way you will fill the form. The same way people are applying is the same way you would apply. The same way people are going for interview is the same way you would go for interview, because my business is meant for people who are able to invest their time, their energy into something that will get us profit, that at the end of the day everybody will share. My business is not a place for family meeting or where friends come to meet up. No, business is business. Friends and family, I love you, but we have to go by the rules. These are the things I learned in my 20s. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If yes, do well to comment, like, share, subscribe if you want. I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.